Do you ever wake up feeling like you have already worked a full shift before you even get out of bed? Today, we are looking at the dark side of the modern office to figure out if you are sick or if you are being played like a pawn. This is the exact moment where exhaustion stops being a personal health issue and starts being a victim of calculated manipulation. Burnout is a medical condition where stress hormones stay so high that your brain literally starts to shut down basic functions. It makes you feel cynical, it makes you hate things you used to love, and it makes your body feel like lead weights. But manipulation is a deliberate choice by a leader to use your guilt and your passion against you to get free labor. Think about the last time your boss called the company a family while asking you to skip a birthday party for a spreadsheet. Real families do not fire you when you have one bad quarter. So using that word is often the first sign of emotional manipulation. Managers do this because it is cheaper to burn out a motivated employee than it is to hire two people to do the job right. Are you being rewarded for your hard work with a bonus? Or are you just being rewarded with even more work? They use gaslighting to tell you that everyone else is handling the workload just fine, making you feel like the weak link. In reality, everyone else is probably hiding in the bathroom or looking for a new job on their lunch break just like you. A recent study found that nearly 70% of workers feel their bosses do not do enough to prevent burnout. Another survey showed that managers using high-pressure tactics see a short-term rise in profit, followed by a total collapse in team health. If you are feeling the heat, you need to check if your workplace uses weaponized empathy to keep you stuck at your desk. This happens when a boss says they know you are tired, but says the customers will suffer if you do not finish this task. They are shifting the weight of their bad planning onto your shoulders and making you feel like a bad person for saying no. Does it feel like every time you reach a goal, the finish line is suddenly moved 5 miles further away? This is the moving goalpost trick, where hitting a huge target results in an even harder target instead of a real reward. If you never feel the satisfaction of winning, your brain stops producing the chemicals that make work feel rewarding, leading to collapse. You might notice your physical health is slipping, like having headaches every Tuesday or a back that feels like it is on fire. These are not random pains. They are your nervous system screaming that your environment is toxic and unsustainable. So how do you actually stop this before you end up in a hospital bed or losing your mind over a forgotten project? The first solution is to start building a hard fence around your time that nobody is allowed to climb without your permission. This means when the clock hits 5, your laptop goes into a drawer and your notifications are turned off until the sun comes up. If your manager complains, you need to have a paper trail of all the work you completed to show you met your requirements. Documentation is your shield, because manipulation thrives in the shadows where there are no records of extra requests. If you have a record of doing 3 people's jobs, it is much harder for a manager to claim you are not doing enough. You should also stop being the hero, because companies will always take as much as you give until there is nothing left. Being a healthy human who enjoys their life is infinitely more important than any annual performance review you will ever receive. Another solution is to find allies within your company, because there is massive power in numbers when speaking up about bad habits. If 5 people tell a manager that the workload is impossible, they can no longer blame it on one person's lack of skill. You have to realize that you are an asset, not a lemon that can be squeezed dry and tossed into the trash. If you try to set boundaries and your management reacts with anger, That is your final proof that you are being manipulated. A good manager will hear your concerns and work with you to fix the flow because they want you to stay for years. A manipulator will tell you that you are lucky to even have a job and that 100 people want your spot. Do not believe that lie because finding and training good talent is expensive and difficult for any business to manage. You have the power to stop giving your soul to a place that only views you as a number on a spreadsheet. Start practicing the art of saying no without a long list of excuses because no is a complete sentence. When you stop apologizing for having a life, people start to respect your time because they see that you value yourself. Your worth is not defined by your productivity, and your health is a treasure that no salary can ever truly replace. Take a deep breath and remember that you have the right to peace, the right to rest, and the right to a life outside of work. You are stronger than the pressure they put on you, and you deserve a career that respects the human being behind the screen.